1.6 million. That's how many Q5s Audi has sold since the model's 2008 debut, making the agreeable but stylistically neutral sport-ute the best-selling premium SUV on the planet. 1 in 4 Audis sold is a Q5, which is a big part of why the German carmaker made significant improvements intended to ensure the 2018 Audi Q5 is another success story. For starters, the Q5 has swollen in size. Not by much. We're talking 1.3 inches in length, half an inch in wheelbase, and incrementally more height, but enough to boost rear legroom by 0.39 inch and add 0.31 inch to rear headroom. If you're worried that curb weight has bloated in direct proportion to the larger footprint, fear not. The 2018 model is actually up to 198 pounds lighter than the model it replaces, thanks to a carefully modulated blend of high-tensile steels and aluminum in the chassis, and incremental weight savings throughout. 2 turbocharged engines are available, the Q5's 2.0-liter TFSI engine producing 252 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, doing the 0 to 62 mph sprint in 6.4 seconds, and the Q5's 3.0-liter TFSI mill that turns 354 horsepower and 369 pounds-ft, capable of whisking it to 62 mph in 5.2 seconds. The 2.0-liter meets a new 7-speed dual-clutch S-tronic transmission, while the B-Fire 3.0-liter gets a conventional 8-speed torque converter-equipped gearbox to handle the higher torque. Audi's new Quattro Ultra setup, already seen in the A4 and Q7, offers fully variable torque distribution that helps achieve 20/27 mpg with the 2.0-liter and 18/26 mpg for the 3.0-liter. The system can decouple the rear axle via an electronic clutch, which improves fuel economy. With 100% of torque directed to the front wheels during straight-line driving, the parasitic losses of running power needlessly through the rear differential are avoided, while a second clutch controls front-rear torque distribution. Audi says the Ultra setup works proactively, not reactively, using torque vectoring to distribute power and anticipating changes in vehicle dynamics 500 milliseconds before the torque is redistributed. While there are numerous tech updates under the skin, the body itself is very familiar. In person, the Q5's looks are tweaked ever so slightly thanks primarily to a curvier, crisper character line that is so sharp, it casts its own shadow under certain lighting conditions. Inside, a Q7-like upgrade gives the cabin a more sophisticated feel. Audi held the Q5 first drive in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, but not for the reasons you're thinking. Sure, it's a vacation-worthy destination replete with azure coastal roads and delightfully lawless stretches of open highway. But the less obvious reason for the locale is its proximity to Audi's new factory, which opened days before in Puebla, across the Sea of Cortez and several hundred miles inland. Q5s will be built at the $1.3 billion plant, which is Audi's first in Mexico. If all goes as planned, up to 160,000 cars can be built there, including other global models. Incidentally, global Q5 production will be based there, though Chinese market cars will be manufactured in an Audi plant in China.